Well, for more on this, we're joined by Phar Kim Beng. He's the founder and CEO of the Strategic Pan Indo-Pacific Arena. Thank you very much for joining us on the News Hour. Talk us through what some of the main challenges are for South Korea now, whoever is in charge.
Well, first of all, when South Korea has an election, it doesn't necessarily impinge on geopolitical issue. And this is one of those general elections where external threats or even foreign policy issues do not really matter. What really concerns the Korean or South Korean electorate is the fact that they are facing issues such as the rise in the cost of living, and there seems to be no leadership that can actually guide the Korean nation out of the population or the graying of Korean society. So easily at any one point when you have a survey in a place such as Seoul, out of 1,000 people, 750 people actually want to leave South Korea because it's a pressure cooker.
So where does this all leave the current president then? Could he end up being a lame duck, as we heard in that report, and with still 3 years in office to run?
The likelihood is extremely strong because the opposition party, the Democrats, are actually leading the polls by about 6.8% as we speak today. And if that polling, the numbers translate into a majority for the opposition, then indeed President Yoon will have a very difficult 3 years ahead where he cannot pass any legislation that can define his future legacy over the next 3 years or more.
In a nutshell, what are voters in need of now in terms of leadership?
Well, less scandals, I would say, because occasionally the scandals actually emerge from the Blue House, because the wife of the current president was recorded or seen to be receiving luxurious items from some rich people, and that is not really good for the optic. And the president hasn't really accounted for his wife's behavior.
So what will the president's strategy be now then?
Well, the best strategy for him is to actually emphasize on the threat and the problem emerging from world politics, but specifically North Korea, because as South Koreans are actually engulfed with domestic concerns and issues, you have the North that is actually inching further and further to a stronger relationship with Russia, so on and so forth, including the Middle East. And I'm referring to Iran, for instance. And that doesn't augur well for the future of Korea as a strong and reliable middle power.
All right, Phar Kim Beng in Kuala Lumpur. Thank you very much for joining us on the News Hour.